Hello everyone, this is my 6-month review. Hopefully you can see me okay. I'm holding my camera with my hand, so it's going to be a short video. My hand will get tired. um, yeah, 6 months to today, I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery. April 2nd, 2013. The time is, it doesn't seem like 6 months to me. Time has gone really fast. I haven't accomplished a lot in the world, I would say, in the past 6 months, but this weight loss journey has been all-encompassing for me, and it's been successful, so I guess that's something to be proud of. 6 months, I'm now down 135 pounds since my final visit with the doctor last fall. 135 pounds. It's crazy. Like some people mentioned in my weekly weigh-in this week, it's a whole person. I'm not a huge person, but a whole person. Talk about a monkey off my back, eh? So what has changed? Well, I mean, the biggest things is my agility and my flexibility and just feeling light on my feet. It's huge. I mean, you just feel emotionally, you just feel so much better when you can just get up without, being in pain. Or you can, get in and out of bed and not have to grin and bear it, So I mean, that's huge. And I can twist and turn and fit places where I never thought I could fit, whether it's reaching for something, behind the fridge or all kinds of these things that you really don't think of before, and now I can just do and I don't even think about it. It's pretty amazing. I think the first time I really noticed that my size had gone down a lot was when I think it was maybe 3 months out, something like that. And I went to go get in my car, and I own a big car. I mean, I own an Oldsmobile Intrigue. So it's a very big Oldsmobile. And I used to have to get into it, and I'd have to have the driver's seat all the way to the back, and even then, the steering wheel would be, I'd maybe have an inch or two clearance from my stomach and the steering wheel. And when I got in at that time, I'm like, holy moly, I've got like a foot. I've got like a foot of space. And now, I get in the car, and I have to move my seat up. Otherwise, it's just not comfortable anymore. And, if I probably have like a foot and a half if I had moved the seat all the way back, and that's incredible to me. I think my next car is actually going to be a compact, because, save money. So that was pretty big. And other things too, like I noticed last week I went to fill up with gas. Commonplace thing you do, weekly. And gas station has an island, and the gas pump is so close to it has like a pole to hold up the signs or whatever. And I used to have to walk all the way around the island to go and pay. And now I can get through that pole, between the pole and the gas pump, like it wasn't even there. Before I wouldn't have fit. Literally wouldn't have fit. So just things like that are pretty huge. So I wrote down some inches lost. Now, some of these you have to, just as a caveat, a lot of things like my waist. I measure it at the same place that I did when I took my original measurement, but I actually wear my pants a lot higher. And things like my stomach or my chest, maybe the numbers aren't as big as it really looks or feels, because I still have a lot of excess skin and things have settled. Let's put it that way. So it's not maybe as big as numbers as it feels. But anyway, first, my neck. I started out, I've lost 2.5 inches around my neck. That's pretty big. I mean, in terms of shirt sizes, that's like pretty huge. My waist, I've lost almost 6 inches in my waist. My hips, I've lost about 8 inches. So I think most of that is in my butt. I didn't have much one before. Now I have even less. My upper arm, and this is sort of the most startling to me, is I've lost 4 inches. I don't know if you can see this. You can see, I mean, I've got some bat wings, but you know, and if I really cinch up the measuring tape, I mean, it's much. I've lost way more than that. It's just the skin just kind of hangs there. Forearm, I've lost 1.5 inches. Not a lot, but my wrists are tiny. I didn't measure them, but I should have, because I mean, I can reach with one hand. You know, I can like reach around, which is kind of silly. Let's see, my chest. My chest, I've lost 9 inches. My belly, I've lost 13.5 inches in my belly. That's a lot. In my thigh, I have lost 5.5 inches. Calf, I've lost 2 inches. So I don't know how people add up all their inches to see, like, to give an overall measurement, but that's a lot of inches. That's like, you know, my gosh, that's like 50 inches. Something like that. I didn't do the math, but it's something like that. So, yeah, I'm just smaller. And it's great. Trying to think of what else has changed. Well, like in my last video, I mean, I'm actually able to go to the gym now. I felt a little bit awkward there because, I mean, it was definitely, obviously, a lot of really fit people, and they're lifting a lot more weight than I am, but I can go to the gym. I can sit in all the machines. I don't have to readjust everything to accommodate me just so I can, you know, lift some weights. I can just go in and do it. And that's a lot of freedom, I think. So I'm looking forward to the gym. Just working my upper body muscles, it really feels good. Like, it feels good to do it. And again, I'm not interested in bulking up, you know, gaining a lot of muscle mass. I mean, obviously, I'm operating at a huge calorie deficit, so building, like, a lot of muscle, it's probably not going to happen. Maybe 6 months from now, and that's sort of where I'm looking right now. Is I'm looking to work all the muscles that I can safely, just to put myself in a good position where 6 months from now, when hopefully I'm at my goal weight, that I can start to work on those muscles and start building muscles, and have the freedom in my calories to do that. So that's one thing that I'm working for 6 months from now. I'm also 6 months from now, I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this in my videos, but one of my major goals, my major incentives for having the surgery is that I miss riding my bike. I mean, I spent the first, 25 years riding my pedal bike daily. I don't know how many kilometers, but I mean, I would ride for hours at a time, and it would just be a very relaxing and enjoyable thing to do. And with my back problems and my weight, and I haven't been able to for probably 10 years now. So that's a big goal. I actually tried to get on my bike about 2 or 3 months ago, and I got onto it fine. I could pedal fine, and I could be bent over on the bike and not be like kicking myself in the gut, which was the problem before. But my muscles are so loose, and my core muscles are so completely unsupported to my body that every little bump that I hit would just, my back would just like shoot like it's like I had a sword going up my back because of that collapsed vertebrae and stuff. So I'm really hoping, I'm really going to work at my core muscles, and hopefully, 6 months from now, I'm going to have some support there. And, those bumps aren't going to be as painful when I'm riding bikes. So that's a big goal for me. Just the freedom of that. I mean, because especially now when I go, for example, when I go get groceries, I go in my car. I mean, it's only 2 kilometers, maybe? It's like a mile, maybe a mile and a half, at the most. And I don't buy a lot of groceries. I mean, 1 bag of groceries, and I have enough for 2 weeks. So, and just the freedom to be able to hop my bike, go for a bike ride, and on the way back, pick up my groceries for the week, instead of having to take my car. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I enjoy doing, running errands and all that stuff, just with being active. It sounds ridiculous to say, but that's basically what I want. Is I want to be active, and not just exercise. Like that's like purposefully being active, but just being active day-to-day routine activities. So that's what I'm looking 6 months from now. I mean, I'm getting there. It's not as quick as I would like, but I'm definitely, like I said, I'm starting to feel that freedom, and I definitely want more. So let's see, what else can I tell you? Oh, I have to tell you about my shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it I'll try and lift the camera up, hopefully I can see it. This is my shirt from McGill University. And I bought this shirt in, I think, late 1996. And I got it just before I left the university. Because, I wanted a memento. I mean, I got a few different things, but this is one thing that I got. And it's a 2X, so it's kind of roomy to me now. But back then, I bought this shirt and I couldn't wear it. I've never worn this shirt before today. So that's 16 years. 16 years ago, I bought this shirt. It's basic.